Well, Lee, I can only just remember it. I'm sure you can't remember it. Newcastle's last victory over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 22 years ago. How old were you then?
I'd have been about 9, I think.
Well, I was only 59, so... But, joking apart, I mean, it's awful memories of going down there. One of my first ones was 1980 under Arthur Cox, where Newcastle lost 6-0. And then I think it was 5-0 the year after, so... cannot think of anything good to think about Stamford Bridge. But last season they took an offside goal to beat Newcastle, so you never know with Newcastle, do you?
Was that a moral victory then, was it? Getting beaten the last minute with an offside goal? No, it's just a difficult ground for Newcastle United fans, definitely. I mean, I really do.
It's £48 in as well.
£48 to get in and watch that. There's 1,600 odd fans going down there. I respect each and every one of them. I think they're brilliant this time of year and amidst the credit crunch to go down there probably knowing that the team's got very little chance of getting something, but that's what supporting a football team's all about. You turn up with slim hopes and sometimes you get something that you don't expect, and that's what they'll be hoping for when they're making the long journey back up to Newcastle on Saturday night, and I'll be one of them. I've
got to say, Lee, in the past few years when we've been there and we've lost, Newcastle's lost, the players have come out and they've all talked to us, and I've got to say, sometimes criticise the players, but the most of the time they're absolutely brilliant, even when they get beat. Of course, Chelsea's just struck us. Little Dennis played for Chelsea, of course, and quite a big hero in his time at Stamford Bridge. Isn't he one of the most players with the most medals or something in Stamford Bridge?
Well, he was very successful down there, and I'm sure that the only fans that'll be chanting his name at the weekend will be the Chelsea fans, and I'm sure he expects that. But from what I hear of Dennis Wise, he's got skin as thick as a rhino, and he just simply doesn't care what people are saying or chanting about him. He doesn't really care about that,
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very difficult situation for the Newcastle fans because of what's being caused by the director of football sort of coming in. So it's still angering a lot of fans. You know what I mean? Nothing's been swept under the carpet, and everyone knows exactly what's gone on, and they're trying to move forward the best they can, but it's still difficult, isn't it?
I was amazed to find out that some people have said that the local press are trying to smooth the way back with Dennis Wise. I mean, why shouldn't we? I mean, I've never met Dennis Wise. I don't know Dennis Wise. He's never spoken to us. He's never given me any stories. I'm very much an Alan Shearer man, so. But there you go. I mean, Joe, bless him. He's saying that who do tonight in the Chronicle, and Thursday's Chronicle, and he's pointing out he had a good record with Wimbledon and Spurs as a player. But I mean, I think we're clutching at straws, Lee, aren't we, really?
Well, it was a long time ago. It was a different Wimbledon team. Well, Wimbledon not even
and of course when he was with Spurs would be expected to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Different Chelsea team. I know it was a good Chelsea team that they beat 4-2 that day. I was talking to Mickey Harford about it yesterday, what he did say was that Joe will have them prepared properly, he'll have them fired up, and who knows, on the day they can go out and get something maybe. But
International Week, I mean,
I wouldn't put my house on it.
No, International Week, of course. I mean, I noticed John Terry Hoblin, in the closing stages last night before he scored the winner for England, but we're just clutching at straws. But this is Newcastle United, as Bob Monker says to us when we just the press guys, and he says to us, get out there with your heads held high and your chest stuck out. You're representing Newcastle United, and that's what they've got to do. I mean, there's been some bad results there. I remember one game when Newcastle were doing well, and Titus let the water in, and Newcastle lost 4-0. So I mean, all we'll say is, we know the fans will be there and they're absolutely magnificent. Let's just hope we're going to end. Newcastle can end it. 23-year hoodoo. I would settle now for not losing.